Have you ever felt like your faith has left you hurt and betrayed? Today, I'm going to address something that many women I've worked with have gone through. We're going to talk about healing from religious trauma, and I'm going to be sharing with you how to heal if you've been through any type of spiritual abuse or trauma. This is a safe space. I want you to know that. So let's dive right in. I'm Alana Palm, Christian trauma release and mind renewal specialist, helping you release trauma and rest in God so you can experience His abundant joy and peace every day. And I have walked this journey of going through religious trauma, spiritual trauma, and I have felt the pain of going through these difficult experiences. There was a time when I really struggled to trust God. I struggled to trust people. I couldn't tell the difference between what was of God and what was made up by man for the purpose of power and control. Maybe you've gone through the same. And for a while, I had a pretty big faith crisis. I worked through what was true and what was a lie. And it was really hard. And if you've gone through similar feelings, I just want you to know there is a way out of this. There is a path to healing. God always provides a way out. It's natural to fear trusting others or even God if you've been through religious trauma or spiritual abuse. You may be afraid of being hurt again, of being ostracized, or feeling like you can't tell truth from lies. But remember, you can guard your heart in a way that honors God. Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Guarding our hearts from a Christ-centered place, resting in Him, doesn't mean shutting people out, but learning how to trust again. And you might think it's easier to just close off. I get that. And to truly heal, we actually need to build bridges, not walls. We need inner security that keeps us steady, even in the stormiest weather. And remember the parable of the wise man who built his house upon the rock? That's what we aim for. We really want to build that internal capacity to have that trust and faith in God at a deep level. And obviously, we can't forget our past hurts, nor should we. They're part of our journey, right? It's the scars that we carry as we go through life, but we don't have to live there, right? It doesn't have to be an open wound. We can move past the doubt. We can learn to trust again. Most of all, we must learn who God truly is so we can trust Him. Once we know Him, we can discern what is truth and what is a lie. It's similar to how they study counterfeit money. They find out what the counterfeit looks like by studying the real thing. And we get to study the same way. What is real and true? One of the best ways we can do that is by going to the Bible and understanding His truth and His word at a deeper level. And if you struggle to trust God's love and understand who He is at a heart level, I invite you to join the Experiencing God's Love Intensive. The link is below this video, or you can go to wakeupjoyful.com/love. We'll work through how to overcome fear and learn to trust God and experience His love again, to really press into Him and release the trauma that you might have been through, the spiritual abuse, the religious trauma, and actually come into agreement and alignment with God, which is the way to heal. Remember, the Lord promises us in Isaiah 41:10, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. You're not alone. Let's talk about some practical steps we can take on this healing journey. First, I encourage you to acknowledge your pain. It's real and it's valid. What you've been through is real and it's hard, and you get to acknowledge your pain. Second, find a support system. This could be a coach or a support group of people who've been through similar experiences of trauma and are on a path to live in victory over the pain and confusion of spiritual abuse or religious trauma. Third, take time to rediscover your spiritual beliefs. What do you believe? How are you in agreement and alignment with God? And maybe you believed certain things beforehand, and now where do you really want to sit with who you are in Him, who He says you are, who He says He is? What is God's truth? I want you just to think about how you can come into agreement and alignment with what is actually true and sort of be able to discern truth from lies. Fourth, practice self-care. And this is so important because often when we go through such traumatic experiences, we kind of neglect ourselves. And praying, even like light exercise, journaling, finding what helps you relax And doing that each day, finding something that is actually supporting you in your self-care is so important. Fifth, forgive at your own pace. Forgiveness is really a personal journey that can't be rushed. We get to choose when we're ready to forgive and let go, and nobody can tell us what that looks like for us. So choose to forgive in your own timing and know that it will set you free. Lastly, remember it's okay to set boundaries. You have the right to protect your mental and emotional health. And if you've been through any kind of abuse, you don't need to extend trust to people right away. God doesn't even ask us to trust in other people, He asks us to trust in Him. So, healing is a journey, and it's a journey that we take with God. Coming into agreement and alignment with Him is the most important thing. And because it's a journey, it won't necessarily happen overnight. There will be stumbles, there will be days when it all feels too much, so overwhelming, so confusing, but that's okay. What matters is you keep going, you keep seeking God, you keep seeking His healing and His peace. And again, if you want to join my intensive at no cost to you, just go ahead and click the link below this video or around this video, go to my bio or go to wakeupjoyful.com/love and register. And I really look forward to supporting you more deeply in your healing journey there. And just remember, you are worthy, you are loved, God loves you, and He wants to bring clarity from this confusion. So I'll see you next time.